Okay, so let's dive in. Think about this. You need to explain something really specific to someone super smart, right? Access to like all the world's info.
Uh-huh.
But they kind of struggle with nuance sometimes. And honestly, they might just make things up occasionally.
Yeah, that sounds familiar in the AI world.
Exactly. So how do you talk to them to make sure they get what you need? Well, that's basically what talking to AI is like now.
And that skill, that communication bridge, that's prompt engineering.
Right.
What's really fascinating, I think, is how it sounds so technical, but fundamentally, it's just about clear communication, you know?
Totally.
So this deep dive, it's for you listening. We're pulling out the key stuff from Google's own course on this, plus an article looking at the impact, careers, all that.
Our mission, cut through the hype, grab the really important bits, like what is this thing? How do you actually do it?
Why does it even matter? And crucially, how can it help you? We want to get you up to speed fast.
Okay, perfect. So ground zero. What is prompt engineering?
Well, at its core, it's really the, let's say, art and science of crafting those inputs, the prompts you give to AIs, you know, ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini.
Things you type in the box.
Exactly, to get back something useful, something relevant, something accurate. It's not just asking a question.
Right.
It's more like giving the AI a really clear instruction set, almost like a mini job description for what you want it to do.
Ah, okay. A job description. I like
Yeah.
that. And it sounds like you don't just nail it first time.
Oh, almost never.
Yeah.
That's key. The sources are really clear. It's an iterative skill.
Iterative.
You write something, you see what comes back, and then you adjust your instructions. You tweak the prompt. It's a cycle, a loop.
So you're kind of steering it.
Precisely. You're steering the AI. Look, anyone can chat with an AI, right? But prompt engineering, that's how you direct it, how you unlock what it can really do for your specific goal.
Okay, steering. I like that.
Eh,
So how do we grab the wheel? Google's course has that TCREI framework, right? That sounds
What is it?
foundational.
Yeah, TCREI. It's simple, but honestly really powerful for designing good prompts. 5 steps.
And there was a mnemonic, something about crabs.
Huh. Yeah, tiny crabs right, enormous iguanas, or, whatever helps you remember it.
Tiny crabs. Catchy. Okay, so break it down. T.
T is for task. Simple enough. What do you want the AI to do? Be specific, like the course example. Suggest a gift related to anime for my friend's birthday. That's the core task.
Got it. C.
Context. This is huge. Background info. The more context, the better the result. So for that give, you add, my friend is 25, loves Shangri-La Frontier, and Naruto. See? Now it's not just guessing.
More details.
References. Sometimes showing is better than telling. Include examples. Maybe a link to their favorite shop or gifts they liked before.
Okay.
AI is pretty good at picking up on
I'll
examples.
look at examples.
Evaluate. Crucial step. Look at what the AI gave you. Is it what you wanted? Is it useful? Accurate? Just check the output.
Makes sense. And finally, I.
Iterate. If it's not quite right, and often it won't be, not perfectly, you go back. Refine the prompt based on your evaluation. Add more context maybe, a reference. Change the task slightly. This is that always be iterating idea. ABI.
ABI. Got it. So start simple, add layers, tweak.
Exactly. It's like a conversation, really.
Yeah.
Give instructions, see what happens, then you clarify, add detail until it clicks.
A loop. Instruction, observation, refinement.
That's the core loop. But, sometimes you're doing TCREI, you're iterating, and you still feel stuck.
Right. You're not getting closer.
Yeah. And that's where the other framework comes in. Rohin, for getting unstuck.
Rohin saves tragic idiots. Another fun one. Okay, what's in Rohin?
It's 4 different ways to shake things up when you're iterating.
Okay.
R is revisit the prompting framework. Go back to TCREI. Did you really give enough context? Could examples help more? Maybe the AI needs a specific persona?
Okay, double check the basics.
A is separate your prompt. Shorter sentences. Don't just dump a huge block of text, that word vomit idea. Break it down. Clear instructions often work better.
Like talking to a person, really. H.
H is try different phrasing or an analogous task. If asking for a marketing plan gives you dry results, try asking for a story about how this product helps someone. Sometimes an analogy unlocks creativity.
Interesting. Reframe it. And EN.
EN is introduce constraints, narrow the focus. If you ask for music, add limits. 80s only, upbeat road trip theme. Constraints can actually channel the AI's output effectively. Too much freedom can be confusing.
Okay, constrain it. Got it. So, with TCREI for building and Rohin for fixing,
Right.
how do we really level up? Go from just an answer to the best answer?
Yeah. This is where you turn it into a precision tool, right?
Right.
Both sources really emphasize adding these specifics.
Like what?
First, role or identity. Tell the AI who to be. Act as an anime expert, or you are a career counselor. You're my potential client, the VP of advertising. This sets the whole tone, the expertise level, everything.
Okay, give it a job title, essentially.
Kind of. Then, clear task. Precisely. Be super specific, not write about social media, but write a 600-word blog post on social media marketing basics for new entrepreneurs, focusing on Instagram and Facebook benefits.
Specificity is king, as the article says. Avoid vague stuff.
Absolutely. The difference is massive. Tell me about dogs versus describe characteristics, behavior, care for domestic dogs. Night and day difference in output quality.
What else?
Context and details. Who's the audience? What tone? Professional but friendly. Simple language. Aim at high schoolers. Every detail helps tailor it.
Right, tailoring.
An output format. Don't forget to ask for what you want. A list, table, code. Organize this into a table. List 5 free websites. Simple bullet points. Saves you reformatting later.
Smart. And examples.
Yeah, examples. Few shot.
Well,
If you want a certain style, giving just 1 or 2 small examples of what you're looking for, it can dramatically improve the AI's ability to match it.
okay, so it's like you're writing a really, really detailed brief for the AI.
That's a great way to put it. You're providing a comprehensive instruction set, not just asking a quick question.
And the payoff is better results faster, less rewriting.
Exactly. Think about the time saved if you get something 80% right on the first or second go instead of generic fluff you have to start over with.
Yeah, that makes sense. And once you've got these building blocks, TCREI, right hand, the specifics you can use AI for, like everyday stuff, the Google course mentioned emails, data.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just applying that same TCREI thinking. Take emails. We all write them. The course example. Gym manager, new schedule.
Right.
So you prompt. You are a gym manager persona. Write an email about the new schedule. Task. Add context. Cardio blast moved to Tuesdays, 6 p.m. Constraints. Professional, friendly, short. Maybe reference. Link the schedule doc.
And specifying friendly there is key, right? You don't want some super formal thing if the gym vibe is chill.
Exactly. Tone matters. Now, maybe for a quick email, you're less strict. But for an essay, an article, client stuff, those specifics about audience, tone, requirements, absolutely critical for usable content.
And data analysis, the sources mentioned that too.
Right. The grocery store example from Google's course. You've got data stores, items, sales. You ask the AI task. Calculate average sales per customer. Context. Here's the data. Output format. Maybe show as a table. It's TCREI again.
But with a big warning sign, right? About sensitive data.
Oh, absolutely. Critical point. Be very careful putting sensitive company or personal info into these models. Privacy is a real concern.
Good reminder. And presentations too, it mentioned.
Yeah, briefly. Getting help, structuring outlines, summarizing key points, you can probably start seeing, right, how these basic techniques apply to tons of things you do every day. Text, data, just organizing thoughts.
Okay, let's unpack this, because this sounds like it goes way beyond just asking for a paragraph. Google's course gets into some advanced stuff, using AI more like a partner.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Module 4, yeah. These are about structuring more complex problem solving with the AI. It becomes a collaborator.
Okay, like what?
First, prompt chaining. You guide the AI through a series of linked prompts. Output from one feeds into the next.
Oh, okay. Step by step.
Exactly. The novel marketing example. Prompt 1. Give it the manuscript. Ask for summaries. Prompt 2. Take summaries. Ask for a tagline. Prompt 3. Use tagline summaries. Ask for a promo plan. Building complexity.
Cool. What else?
Chain of thought. This one's simple but powerful. Ask the AI to explain its reasoning step by step before the final answer. Explain your thought process. Think step by step.
Like showing your work in math class.
Exactly like that. It helps you see how it got there, spot flaws, figure out how to improve the prompt. Really useful.
I can see that. Then there was tree of thought.
Yeah, tree of thought. Takes chain of thought further. Explores multiple reasoning paths at once like branches. Good for complex abstract stuff.
Like brainstorming.
Perfect example.
Yeah.
The course mentions brainstorming image designs. You can simulate different designers, personas, ask each for their thought process, chain of thought, explore different creative routes, then follow the best branch. You can even combine it with chain of thought.
Wow. And meta prompting, what's that?
Meta prompting is basically using AI to help you write prompts when you're stuck.
Seriously.
Yeah. You explain the task in context and ask the AI, what would be a good prompt to achieve this? It helps you get started.
Okay, that's fascinating. So it's really moving from instruction following to actual collaboration on the problem solving itself.
That's the key shift. These techniques make AI a dynamic partner for tackling bigger, trickier challenges.
And speaking of partners, AI agents, that sounds next level. Custom AI helpers.
Yeah, that's the idea from the Google course.
Yeah.
Essentially, you design your own AI expert tailored for a specific task or role.
So you can basically create your own AI tutor or like a role play partner?
Amazing.
Like that.
The course highlights two main types you can build.
Okay.
Simulation agent, Agent Sim, for practice scenarios. Example, HR interview training for interns. Persona, career development simulator. Task, help interns practice interviews. Context, cover topics like strengths, professional communication, rules,
Yeah.
how it interacts. And a stop role, like saying jazz hands to end the
The
simulation.
jazz hands.
And after jazz hands, it switches roles and gives feedback on how the intern did.
Wow. And the other type?
Expert feedback agent, Agent X, gives personalized feedback like a consultant. Example, practice a sales pitch. Persona, potential client, VP of advertising. Context, that background on their company. Task, critique my pitch answers. Ask follow-ups like a client would. Stop role, break.
After break.
It summarizes the interaction, gives focused feedback on the pitch, maybe using a brief you provided as reference.
That kind of personalized practice, that seems incredibly powerful for learning.
It really is.
Yeah.
What's cool is how you can totally tailor the role, the interaction style, the feedback exactly to what you need. The basic recipe is always assign persona, give context details, specify interactions rules, provide stop phrase, define the feedback step.
Okay. And this isn't just limited to text anymore, is it? Multimodality. Pictures, sound.
Right. AI is getting good at handling images, audio, video, code,
Yeah.
not just text. But the core TCI framework still applies. You just specify different input-output types.
Like getting recipes from a fridge photo.
Exactly. Or creating a video teaser from logos. Or using music to set a story's mood. Lots of possibilities opening up.
Which is amazing, but with all this power, we need to be realistic, right?
Right.
AI isn't perfect. There are issues.
Absolutely. Huge caveat. The Google course stresses two big ones: hallucinations and biases.
Hallucinations, meaning it just makes stuff up.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Generates incorrect, inconsistent, or just fabricated info, but states it confidently, like getting a plausible but totally wrong answer to a factual question.
Yikes. And biases.
Well, AI learns from human-created data, right? So unfortunately, it can absorb and even amplify the biases present in that data. Gender, race, all sorts of things.
Okay, so what do we do about that? How do we handle it?
The solution, stressed in the sources, is the human in the loop. Always. You have to review, check, verify the AI's output, especially for anything important.
So it's our responsibility.
It's absolutely your responsibility to ensure accuracy, fairness, appropriateness. Knowing these limits is just part of using AI effectively and, frankly, responsibly.
Okay, good perspective. So we know what it is, how to do it, the pitfalls. Let's zoom out. The big picture. The article really talked about the benefits, the real-world impact. This isn't just theory, right?
Not at all. The why bother is becoming super clear. The benefits are stacking up.
Right.
Improved outputs, obviously. Getting stuff that actually fits your needs. Safety and control, good prompts help guide it. Productivity and creativity. It's like a digital assistant for drafting, brainstorming, outlining, you name it.
And it's accessible.
Increasingly, yeah. Free access, lots of tools have free tiers, plus tons of educational resources online, like Google's course. And maybe the biggest one, career opportunities.
Ah, the job angle.
Yeah, demand is exploding. Freelance gigs, new roles like prompt director, plus it just makes you better at almost any job. It's a skill multiplier.
It really sounds like it can unlock growth, personally and professionally.
I think so. And the article had some great stories.
Oh, yeah.
The journalist, Kelly Daniel, laid off, learned prompt engineering by volunteering. Now she's a prompt director. Her advice, learn by doing.
Wow.
Okay. Then there's the award-winning writer, Requadon. Used ChatGPT heavily for her novel, brainstorming, fixing plot holes, overcoming writer's block.
So for creative work, too.
Definitely. And that Reddit user optimized their resume using AI prompts, tailored it perfectly to job descriptions, called it a prompt hack, got way more interviews.
Resume hack. Love it.
And even Google itself is retraining technical writers into prompt engineers. That tells you something about its value, right?
Yeah, absolutely. These stories really hit home. It's not just tech geeks. It's practical. People are using this now.
Exactly. It's not just for AI researchers anymore, which kind of leads to the final point, why this matters for your future.
It's becoming like basic digital literacy, like using search or spreadsheets.
That's the argument, yeah. Essential for navigating an AI-infused world. And look, AI will get smarter, maybe help write prompts eventually, but that human element, Creativity, deep context problem solving, still critical. Prompt engineers, as the article says, guide AI towards achieving creative or analytical goals.
And that guidance is needed everywhere, not just tech jobs.
Everywhere. Marketing, education, healthcare, arts, law, you name it. Communicating effectively with AI. Universally valuable skill.
But maybe the biggest thing is empowerment.
I think that's huge. Good prompting skills, they unlock these incredibly powerful tools that used to need serious technical chops. Now, they could be your personal assistant, your tutor, your creative partner, often for free or cheap.
So it levels the playing field, lets you do things you couldn't before.
Absolutely. It shifts you from just being a passive user of tech to an active creator and innovator, if you connect it all up. Prompt engineering is like a gateway skill. Anyone can learn to harness this world-class AI assistance, to learn, to build, to create opportunities.
Okay, so summing up this whole deep dive, prompt engineering, it's not just jargon, it's a vital, learnable skill. It unlocks AI's power.
Right. It's about communicating clearly, using frameworks like TCREI, iterating, being specific.
To get better results, boost your productivity, find new opportunities, basically everywhere. It turns you from passive user to active creator.
And it makes incredible assistance accessible to anyone who learns how to ask effectively.
So thinking about those real-world examples, job applications, creative writing, practicing tough conversations, here's a thought for you listening. What's one thing in your life, your work, that feels daunting? Something you can maybe start tackling, exploring with AI and these prompt engineering ideas we talked about today?
Yeah, give it a try. Experiment. Iterate. You might be surprised what you can create.